When we woke up in the morning, that morning, she's like, we're going to the castle, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna wear this dress to the castle, and it was so wrinkly, and I'm like, I didn't want all the engagement photos to be wrinkly. So I was like, oh, there could be royal family at the castle. Maybe we should iron this. And so I ironed her dress for her so that she didn't later have wrinkles in her pictures.
That is a great husband.
A good future husband.
Now, y'all been married 42 years, but been together over, right? 50 years.
Yeah.
So, I heard the proposal was, how did it happen?
My story was, I came home one day and she already had these invitations printed up and she gave me a stack and said, be here.
Don't you love it?
And she said, no, that's not what happened. I actually had to go and talk to her grandfather because he told her he wanted to walk her down the aisle before she died and her living in sin with this man. So I went and asked him for her hand or whatever. And that's probably what happened. Because I was on drugs, and I don't know what the hell was going on in my life at the time. So, she's probably right. Her version, but I like my version better because it sounds so much fun. You know, a guy to come home and one goes, here. You go, okay, I'll be there. You know?
And you were there.
But the problem was she had 23 bridesmaids, and I didn't have 23 friends.
Really? So wait a minute, so she had 23 bridesmaids.
Yeah.
How many groomsmen did you have?
I had my friends, and then I had my friends ask their friends if they were doing anything. It was on a Monday because we were both working. She was doing a play, and she was one of those color girls, so she was doing a play, and I was going to do ragtime the day after we got married. I was going to London to do ragtime. So she had her 23 friends who were dancers, singers, and people who performed. It was a production. It was the bomb.
She like a party, huh?
We got reviewed in the theater section of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Best show in town that night. And we killed it. But yeah, it was a big wedding. Big wedding.
Now it's Pride Month, and you proposed to Noah first. I think this is adorable. But then he also proposed to you too.
Yeah.
Love that.
He did it back to me. Well, that was me to him, because obviously I had to do it up. But yeah, I think one of the wonderful things about queer relationships, I mean, there's lots of wonderful things, but there's like no preconceived roles, you know? So everything feels really even and equal, and I got to make him, you know, feel like princess for a day, and then he did it right back to me and set me on like a scavenger hunt and threw me a little barbecue with our friends and gave me a pretty ring.
It's nice. I'm looking.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
gotta show it off. And congratulations, you just got engaged, huh?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let me get this right. Oh, she is beautiful. Oh my goodness. You proposed to her at the Beyonce concert?
Yes, I did.
Please, we want to hear all about this.
It was super last minute. I already bought the tickets for her birthday, because it was her birthday weekend. So, like, I bought the ring on Saturday and proposed on Monday.
So you just came up with it like, I'm doing this.
I was walking around in the mall, and I was like, you know something? All right, let's do it.
Dang.
Bought the ring. The dude told me, he was like, man, ain't nobody bought an engagement ring this fast ever. Because I was like, yo, give me that one. And I walked out.
Like that? Did she like it? Look.
She loved it. It was funny. So this is the crazy story, is the ring was on her pin interest. I've never seen her pin interest before. She put it on there. The exact ring. I had no idea that was the ring she wanted.
Oh, that was definitely meant to be.
That's God.
Apparently, I was there that night. Now, I ain't catch the proposal. That is God. I love that you said that. I heard, you know Beyonce and Jay-Z. Did you ever, like, hear from them or anything?
You know, so Miss Tina hit me, I think the next day, and said she saw everything and she was really happy for us. But I don't want to bother them. You know, you do a favor, because I don't know when I'm going to need another favor.
So you save them?
Yeah, you save your favors. No, I'm serious. You get only a couple favors from people. So, like, I got one more favor.
Yeah, well, that was a big favor, because you got to propose at the Beyonce concert.
On her birthday, which I felt kind of bad. I was like, I didn't want the attention like that, but it happened.
You proposed at a Beyonce concert? What you mean you ain't want the attention?
We didn't even finish the concert. As soon as I put the ring on her, she wanted to leave.
I don't know. What, man, do you stay at the Beyonce concert after getting engaged? Or do you go?
I was a little irritated. Those tickets was really expensive.
You said we stand to see
like,
Beyonce.
baby, we're going to hit 2 more songs, you know what I mean?
Okay.
My wife is from the Bay Area. My wife is a huge Oakland A's fan. Yes. Shout out to my wife's cousins who are in the audience. I thought, I'm going to propose to her at an Oakland A's game. I'm going to do it, and we're going to go on the big screen, and I'm going to get on a knee and do it. And I started to plan it. You call up the team and all that stuff, and my wife was local, and I'd invite some friends. And then I thought, there's a possibility my wife is gonna say no.
Oh, you were worried she was gonna say no?
Well, I had, at the time, Jennifer, like some minor credit issues, and just my wife was used to a certain lifestyle, you know, like, and I was not able to, you know, my wife flew private, you know, and now she was gonna enter a life where we all fight for our seats on a plane, you know, where we have to fight for overhead space. And so I asked my wife very privately. There were no witnesses at all.
Okay,
so if there was a
smart.
no, I could cry by myself and say, it's okay, leave me alone. But my wife said yes, and we've been together
16
ever since.
years!
Yeah.
Now tell me this, you're celebrating your 17th wedding anniversary, right?
This year.
This year?
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, it's been all there we are. That's when we got married. So we actually went to Chicago for our 16th wedding anniversary because we'd met in Chicago.
You met in Chicago?
Yeah, she heckled me at a comedy show.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, that doesn't mean you guys should go heckle comedians. It doesn't always end up like that. But yeah, we met in Chicago, and we actually, I actually proposed to her.
I was gonna ask, how did you propose?
After we got married is when I proposed to her.
Now, how did that happen? Explain that to us.
It happened because we just had a very grown-up conversation, decided to get married, and we went and stood in line at City Hall, and there was actually a wonderful judge who married us, and you know, he probably married 40 people that day, but still it felt special marrying us.
Of course.
It really did, and you're in line, and there's, you know, all kinds of people there. There's like older people, there are pregnant people, and it's really lovely, and you talk to everybody, and you stand in line for a few hours. We got married, and it was really beautiful. But, you know, a couple of years went by, and Emily was like, you know, that was beautiful that we got married that way, but I wish I'd gotten proposed to properly. Mm-hmm. And so a few years later, we were in Montauk. We'd gotten like a really small hotel room on the beach. And at midnight, we were playing video games. I was like, hey, come outside with me on the beach. And we went outside on the beach, and I got down on my knees, and I proposed to her. And I'll tell you, if you really want to surprise someone with a proposal, do it 3 years after you're married.
She was surprised.
She did not see it coming.
Did you guys renew the vows at all?
We haven't renewed the vows. We want to do it, but she really was so moved because, you know, when we got married, we couldn't really afford rings. We got $25 rings at Walmart. And so this one, I got like a nicer ring, you know, and I gave it to her, and it was really beautiful. There was a weird-looking crab there, you know, so there was an audience.
Interesting. There was an audience, and it was a crab.
It was a really weird-looking crab.
I love this.
Yeah,
that
really,
kind of sounds like a little fairy tale right there.
It was really beautiful, yeah, and now it's been, you know, almost 17 years, and it certainly doesn't
It worked out.
Yeah.
That is for sure. And then, Jonathan, you got engaged.
Yes.
So how did the proposal go?
Oh.
Congratulations.
We were traveling through Europe. Thank you. I was like, how am I going to lock down Jovi? I got to figure this out. So I was like, I got to do it well. And so we were traveling with the kids in Europe, and we were in Scotland at Edinburgh Castle, my favorite castle. And I had cleared the grounds. It was the end of the day. We were the only people left on the property. There was a pipe band playing that I hired. And we walked up, and we're just taking it in, and all of a sudden, a guitarist came forward, and they started playing Neil Young's song, Harvest Moon, which is our song. And she immediately turned, and then the kids pulled up a banner that said, will you marry me? And I had like 20 hidden cameras, so I have all the footage.
All the footage.
I mean, she's Scottish, he's Scottish. What is more Scottish for a proposal than at the top of Edinburgh Castle? And yeah, it was pretty amazing to see.
And she had no clue. It was hilarious. There were so many hints that it was going to happen, and she didn't see any of it, like almost like fumbles that almost gave it away. She had no clue. She was totally flabbergasted.
That is so beautiful. Congratulations. Did you help him out with that?
You know, I offered. I actually offered to help out, but he tackled the whole thing on his own, which is pretty impressive. But if you want to help me pressure him into locking the date for the wedding, yeah, we can do that.
If you need a little help, I'm here.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
But you didn't need much help because you manifested this in a way because you was an elf for Halloween.
When we woke up in the morning that morning, she's like, we're going to the castle, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna wear this dress to the castle, and it was so wrinkly, and I'm like, I didn't want all the engagement photos wrinkly. So I was like, oh, there could be royal family at the castle. Maybe we should iron this. And so I ironed her dress for her so that she didn't later have wrinkles in her pictures.
That is a great husband.
A good future husband.
Congratulations, you're engaged.
Thank you.
Oh, you seem like a baby.
Thank you.
Where did you meet your fiance?
We met in LA. Oh, look at that. We met at a dinner party in LA a few years ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did he propose?
Well, we were in Paris, and we had a really cute dinner, and I wasn't expecting it at all. And then, yeah, we went for a beautiful walk around the city, and we were looking over the view and sitting up at the top, and he asked me, and it wasn't anything, you know, not a big crowd, not in front of a bunch of people, but yeah, we had a really cute engagement, and I'm really excited.
I love that. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. Then I have to ask, have you started planning the wedding yet?
Oh my God, no. I haven't done anything. I feel so overwhelmed. It's a lot. But I will. I'll get to it eventually. I feel like I want to do it in Paris as well because that's where we got engaged and it feels like a special place.
Definitely. And you've been married for 11 years?
Hard to believe, yeah.
11 years.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Together for what, 16? 16 years together.
Together, 16. You better know.
And he waited 5 years to propose.
5 years. Oh.
We took our time.
But it was worth the wait, baby. It was
and how did you? Oh, it was worth it. Yes. And how did you propose?
Oh.
Good question. It was just about to be her 30th birthday, so I took her to the Montage here in Orange County at Laguna. We had a beautiful dinner out on the beach and the cliff.
It was also his birthday, by the way. We have the same birthday.
That is so, isn't that adorable?
November 9th.
But it was your 30th. It was a very special birthday.
We've made it very clear that it was my 30th 11 years ago. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody knows.
Babe. So yeah, we have this great dinner. There's like bunny rabbits hopping around, and it's like a fairy tale.
It really was magical.
We take a walk. I find this perfect bench, and I've got it all planned out in my head. I get in my pocket, and I get the ring in my hand, and I get down on one knee. And of course, at that very moment, there's like 12 drunken German tourists who come stumbling by, being loud, obnoxious. So I just put my head, and I'm like, I cannot believe I had this all planned out.
On his knee, and then when they walked by, we look up, and he stopped and put his head in my lap. So I'm like this. Be cool, girl, be cool.
So she knows what's gonna happen.
I know what's gonna happen.
What was gonna happen
but we had to wait for them to clear.
So then once they cleared the area, we had our piece back. I actually got down on both knees in full begging position, kind of like, you know, one of these.
Yeah.
Please.
I know.
And she said yes, so it was all good.
She said yes.
I did.
It was all good.
Look how beautiful this is. Oh my God. Is it true you wanted to propose to your wife on Halloween?
Yes, on Halloween I did propose. Well, that was my plan, was to propose to my wife on Halloween. So I got the ring, and I got the pumpkin, and you got a minute?
We got a whole bunch of minutes for you.
And my plan was to cut the bottom of the pumpkin, hollow it out, get rid of all that stuff, put the ring in the bottom, put that under there, right? Just sock it in there, and then I'd say, honey, you want to like carve a pumpkin? Like, and we'll have some hot toddies and some champagne? And the plan was, yeah, she would do that, and we cut it open, and she looked to carve it. What, there's nothing in there? Oh, there's a ring. Oh, my God. You know, that whole thing. And so I got all the pumpkin, I got the ring, and I set it up, put it in my trunk, drive over to her house, and I get scared. I don't do it.
You got scared?
I get scared. So, because it's a commitment.
Okay.
And you know me. And so I drive back home, I take the pumpkin out, I take the ring out, put the ring back over the door, and I put the pumpkin down. Same thing the next night and the next day. And finally the pumpkin's getting rotten, you know.
Oh, God.
And the ring is devaluing, you know. And so Halloween comes and goes. The next holiday, Thanksgiving, put the ring into the turkey with the stuffing.
Stop it.
Oh, why not?
I did not expect you to
Why
say
not?
turkey.
What happened? And so, you know, again, Thanksgiving comes and goes. I couldn't do it. So then Christmas, you know, cookies for Santa and a glass of milk. I put in the milk. And she drank the ring.
No, stop it.
But anyway, I finally proposed.
Clearly.
I think it was Memorial Day.
Memorial Day?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta know, how did you propose?
Well, I'll tell you this. The movies make it look very romantic and very easy, and unless you have a team of producers to do it, it does not always go as planned, because I wanted it to look like, you know, it did in The Bachelor, with like, you know, candles and rose petals and all that stuff. And it went awry. We walked in the room, it looked like a crime scene. It was weirdly lit with rose petals like everywhere, but just like very chaotic, like someone opened the door and a bunch of stuff flew in the room, and somebody got a leaf blower and blew it around like, because when you guys think of roses, and romance, what color do you think of?
I think of red.
Red, yeah. Right. Well, these were white rose petals and half dead, and I Googled what do white roses stand for. It's chastity, in case you're wondering. Yeah, so, yeah, it just, everything like went awry. Like the chocolate-covered strawberries were put right in front of a roaring fireplace.
They melted?
Melted, the champagne on ice melted, and yeah, my well, then fiance had no idea I was about to propose, because it was not a very romantic situation.
Oh, God.
So I ended up I forgot to get on my knee. I just like blurted out, "You wanna?" And thankfully she said
she
yes.
Got it?
She said yes.
Really? She got it?
She did say yes.
Oh my God.
But yeah, she thankfully said yes, and yeah, 2 years later we've been married now.
2 years later, congratulations.
Thank you.
If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.